Alright, hello, AAA Gamer here, and we're back again for episode 2 of Fire Emblem here at Three Houses. I was going to say Heroes. So used to playing the mobile game, I must be so used to saying that. Anyway, excuse me. I did actually take a break between episode 1 and episode 2, and I've made a few changes, like for example on the, there we go, banner. It no longer actually says Fire Emblem Three Houses on it. I actually found an image I was trying to search for so I could put up episode 1 on YouTube. So yeah, the thumbnails should be the same as the background. Not exactly what I was planning, but hey, whatever works. Anyway, time to get into episode 2, and at least with this episode, I have also sort of shifted the camera because I tend to lean forward sometimes. So if that's off, that's why, but it's still mostly the same as what it was before. Anyway, without much further ado, let's get into... Sorry, I really got to stop doing that, I know. Let's get into episode 2. I'll stop blabbering on, even though there's one other thing I want to say, but I'll say that as I play. Anyway, while exploring the monastery, right stick move camera, zoom in and out, dash. If you can change dash, I want to, because I am so used to other games where I hold other buttons to dash. That's like playing a Mario game, so I'm used to 2D games holding one of those buttons to dash. But in this game, because it's 3D, it just feels weird to me. It is strange. Never unsure what to do next. Yeah. So, let's get our first task.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct?
Yes.
To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
Sure thing.
May I ask a favor of you?
I like to read that sort of stuff. Accept the quest. Let's see if I can get that pointing. Just a little bit. That should do. Anyway. Quests are tasks given to you by people around the monastery. Also want to move the microphone just a smidge. Yeah, as I said, I was shifting around the equipment, messing around with stuff, trying to get like an ideal sort of setup going on while I'm recording, but really it's only this last episode that I'm going to bed. It is late at night here in Australia as I'm recording this, so... Also that's why I'm quiet, because there are other people in the house. I don't want to disturb them while they're sleeping. And I'm rambling again. I know, I tend to do that. Okay.
Ha! I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
Oh yeah. Not at all. It is part of the game.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits.
I wonder why.
Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now, you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I have noticed the mic does pick up very well whenever I'm like scratching or breathing. I did have a video where I was like up close to the mic, sort of like this, just yeah, it was not cool. Anyways, edit the mini map. Bah bah bah. No, oh, Didn't actually know that. Hold ZL for a full zoom in, and that'll actually be cool when for you like, oh, that looks awesome. I wanna get a closer look at that sort of thing. Yeah, well, that's cool. I'm so used to pressing that button to dash that this brings up the full map. Yeah, I'm on the second floor. Okay. Oh, right. That's right, she's in the reception hall. Everyone else is in the officers' academies and their housing lodges. These are the only rooms available to you at the very start until you've actually picked a house. First floor, isn't there? Fine, let's just go first floor. Yep, sends you straight to the first floor. There is part of the second floor you can explore, so it's just sort of like, how do I get there? I will stop doing that shortly, because basically the rest of the live stream that I had going is just talking to the houses, talking to the different people, figuring out which one I wanted to go with. So I've gotten used to most of this area, so shouldn't be that long until the next big area, and for me to stop going, I've already done this, I know this, yada yada yada. It was actually after I picked a house and watched the cutscene that I decided, you know what, stream's not working, cut it, done. So anyway, yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say before. Yeah, zoom in. I like that zoom level. Now on the menu, we have this sort of stuff. I wanted to go through our options off stream. We'll do that after this one. I've already shown options off before anyway, I'm pretty sure, so all you really need is like one look at the menu if you want. That's basically it. Nobody wants me to sit here for like 5-10 minutes and be like, okay, what are the options? Yeah, I noticed that once as well, where I just stood there for a few seconds and we started doing this idle, she, because I picked female on the live stream, just moved their arm up and I was like, what's she doing? And it's just that idle animation. So yeah, spotted Edelgard.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here.
Now
Hey, I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire.
I want to fix something up I said in the first part, because I do rewatch parts of it to see if it's like any good. Because this is just unscripted and I may ramble, I may repeat the same things, I may say something wrong or whatever, and there was really just like one, maybe two instances where it's just like, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, or I said the wrong thing. And one of them was, I actually said I'm not that fond of Edelgard. I want to correct that by saying she's fine. I don't hate her. In fact, if I had to choose between like or dislike, it would be like. But now that I've gotten to know Dimitri a little better, she is more bland than I originally thought Dimitri would be. Like, she's all nobility and tradition. Dimitri is all for justice, and Claude is just all cunning and flirty. That's basically their traits. But still, I don't hate her. I actually like her. And I know I just insulted her, but please don't take it the wrong way. The Fire Emblem fanbase can be a bit like that. And no, I'm not insulting the viewers at all, because as a Fire Emblem fan, I'm just not like, I'm not the kind of person that, like, I am a fan of, I'll say Bernie, because she is my favourite character in this game. Just because I'm a fan of Bernie, I'm not going to go up to people and say, you pick Bernie or I will hunt you down. There are some fans that will be like that. I'm not one of them. I'll just be like, you don't like Bernie? Fine. It's your choice. Everyone has their own opinions. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and delaying, because the last one went on for over an hour. Granted, that had the unboxing as well, but I stopped to do plenty of rambling as well, so I'll try to do less of that.
I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresbalg.
Edelgard. I'm not even going to try and pronounce her last name.
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
Yes, I would, actually. I'll do this for all of them just to show it off.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
Alright, just one moment. Hope that did mute the mic. I was just doing sort of a loud noise, you know, opening a can because, you know, stay hydrated, and I can feel my mouth starting to dry up a little. Anyway, there you go, there's Edelgard. Imperial lineage. Sort of like Pokemon, the 3 leaders all have the same skill. Multiplies experience earned by 1.2. I think Byleth's skill is the same thing, but it also affects adjacent units. I think I'd have to double check, but their strengths and weaknesses are definitely different because she's axe, sword. The flag, I during the live stream did not know, but that's actually for your battalions. So she's strong with battalions and armored units, weak against bows and faith, I think they call it. The white magic's the healing. I'm not going to go over them, I'm just going to listen to them. And
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child.
I will point out, I did actually remember his name. When I was doing the unboxing, he was on the calendar, and I'm just like, God, I hope his name is Hubert, otherwise I'm going to look like an idiot. I already know I look like an idiot for another character, though. I called her Charlotte. That's not her name.
You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
From what I've heard of Hubert, he is actually a rather interesting character. Like, those looks, you can zoom in on their faces. Doesn't he look like he would be a villain to you? That's part of his character. It's a whole gag. Like, he actually said to me at one point, like, if you do anything against our Lord, I will kill you. Just joking. Like, he has a bit of a dark humor to him. So joining Black Eagles, he would definitely be one of my best bros, because he's so fun, so to speak.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Dugire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
I will admit as well, during my live stream, I made 2 huge mistakes. I accidentally confused 2 characters in Black Eagles and Blue Lions, and I'll say 4 because I did it twice. I thought Ferdinand was Sylvain. Yeah. Confidence. That's actually a useful skill. Looks useful anyway, but yeah, anyway, next.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
If you hear a noise sort of come on and off and on and off, that'd be my heater. As I said earlier, middle of the night here in Australia. It gets pretty cold because while it's summer over in US and Europe, it is winter here. It's what would be in Fahrenheit? I think it reached 6 degrees the other night. Celsius. In Fahrenheit, that's in the minus. I know that at least. Anyway, I actually like this guy. I'll show you why in a minute.
He's the second son of Count Burgles. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
I will admit, of all the guys in this game, he has one of my favorite designs. I love the ice blue hair man. And he's also the one I confused for Ash in Blue Lines. Also, that Born Fighter ability, that's useful. I actually like him. He's going to be like my best bro if I join. Actually, I might do female for the, no, because I want Bernie. I want Bernie.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry. I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Because the path splits into two, look, all reviews are saying it, it's not really spoilers. Yeah, she's definitely my favourite of all the females in this game. She's got an interesting ability there as well. I might do like a female and a male for the Black Eagles. Male because I want Bernie. Female because Caspar, Linhard, they're both fun characters. Like, as I said, I'll show you Linhard in a minute. Caspar, I like the scrappy, small dudes. I like them. Like, if you see me play Smash, Toonlink is one of my mains.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
I think I have an idea. Manuela, maybe? But this Black Eagles is the only class. Unless you get Manuela late game for the other classes, Dorothea is the only singer/dancer in 3 houses. So if you can't decide which house to choose and you like singers/dancers, Dorothea. She's the only one. And if it wasn't for Bernadetta, I would be on Team Dorothea. That's not to say Petra's no good. I have talked to Petra once or twice.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Bridget. Petra is the granddaughter of their king.
It's basically like a French girl or Spanish girl coming to, like, say, America or somewhere that speaks predominantly English and they barely know any English. That's what Petra is. Like, she comes up to you and she'll say, "Welcome to the back." No, I mean, "Welcome back." And I find that honestly rather cute.
Bridget is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
And I think by her skill, she would make a good sniper. Sorry, got a brain fart moment. But anyway, that's the Black Eagles. So I thought there was like no one aside from Bernadetta in that class initially. I was wrong. They're all fun characters. That's the problem with this game. In Fates, you have like big brother, little brother, big sister, little sister. They're all basically the same. You have all their vassals. They're all basically the same. And even if they are interesting, like everyone loves Camilla, even if they are unique, like I think I had in Birthright, I'll walk around while I'm talking. In Birthright, I think I had a female playthrough and tried to get with Ryoma. I like Ryoma. but you still don't really get to know them that well, even if they are unique characters, and it's just difficult in this one. In those ones, it's just like, oh yeah, well, I'll just support you because I can, because I like you, yada yada yada. In this one, it's not that simple. You'll find characters you'll like. Fates and Awakening, I swear, I could just pick out my favorite characters like that. In this game, it is really difficult. Anyway, just have a run around to show you. Can't go that way just yet. Yeah, let's go Golden Deer.
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet?
I did it
Care to
again.
know more about anyone?
Yes. Now I know, rambling again, and I may have not expressed it properly. Like, the characters in Fates are all fine. The characters in Awakening are all fine. I've got nothing against them. They're all great characters, but as I said, I can clearly pick out my favorites, when in this one it's just like, they're all good. Which house do I want to go to? It was easy in Fates. Hoshiro, that's the one. That's my favorite house. In this one, Golden Deer is awesome. Blue Lions is awesome. Even Black Eagles have some characters I like and want to get to know there. Just give me them all. But anyway, enough about that.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
I like how they've handled that, because it can be taken, if you're playing a female character, as he's being flirty. If you're playing a male character, he just wants to be friendly. The writing and voice work in this game is pure genius. That's why I'm doing English. This guy is interesting too.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man.
Oh yeah.
That said, deep down he's really devoted.
I
and
dribbled.
honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
Extra damage on formation with a battalion. So he'd be good with a battalion, but it's not his strength? Okay, that's weird. This guy.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
As I said, he's a meathead. Look at that. He reminds me of Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. Not voiced by that guy, he's actually got a more soft-spoken voice. It still works for him. And that ability, 10% at the start of each turn trigger, is based on luck. That is, if you have high luck, fucking amazing ability. Yeah, 24 minutes in already. I have got to stop rambling.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight.
He'd make a killer sniper with that ability.
If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Not really into that one. Into that guy.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here.
No.
But watch out. She gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
Again, Claude showing why he is the best of the three leaders. I said lords before, but there are multiple Not lords, nobles in this game. That's what their class is. She has a decent ability though, but being the youngest, she's like the Lyn of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Lyn, in case you don't know, Xenoblade Chronicles X, 13-year-old girl who had scantily clad outfit in the Japanese version, which was censored in the West. I will point out, I hate it when games get censored like that, but for that one, it doesn't bother me in the slightest if it's just to, you know, cover up the Japanese favoured lolly characters. Which one is standing right in front of us. That's why I said no one laughed.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her.
I will let these characters speak. She is voiced by the same chick, Xanth Hwyn. I'm pretty sure I am screwing up that name. Haru in Persona 5. I love her voice. I honestly do. So she's definitely up there for me.
She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Just so you know, yeah, voices do go a lot of way. Like, if I ever find there's a character in this game, or any other game where you can have waifus that is voiced by Lucy Christian, Nami of One Piece, Nagisa of Clannad, Ochako, My Hero Academia, or Brittany Karbowski, unless that one's a lolly, I would be all over that character. Yeah, that's how nuts I get about voices sometimes. Anyway, moving on.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Interesting thing is, she has the female counterpart to Sylvain, the Lady Killer's ability. Female equivalent to Sylvain's ability. And Sylvain is... God damn it, I forget the word. But yeah, anyway, there you go. Sylvain's in Blue Lines then. Now, here is the chick that I have actually switched allegiance to in the Golden Deer.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
That skill is pretty awesome as well. Actually, that might be the female equivalent to Sylvain's. You can't rotate around, so. But if you're asking the reason why, it's because she considers Byleth a rival. I love a romance story that starts from like rivalries, hatred, that sort of thing. And my favourite kind of stories. That's one of the reasons why I sort of gravitated towards Leonie. It depends how the ranking goes. Like, I might actually switch to... Canucks is playing Mario Mecha 2. It might actually gravitate to Hilda or maybe even Marianne if none of these two work out. God, I hate being itchy while streaming. Or recording in this case.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hello. Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself.
All about the chivalry.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
Oh, hell yeah.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
No, it's only made my impression of you all the more better. The way he stumbles around his words, the chivalry aspect I thought would be annoying, but is actually one of his more interesting aspects. This is all why Dimitri has become a much better person in my mind than I initially thought. Here is one of my favourite dudes in this game as well.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
I thought it was pronounced taciturn, but sure. See, that ability. He's kind of like a tank. I love it. And as I said before, I love the, that's actually white, not ice blue. But him and Caspar have got like my two favourite male designs of all the characters in this game. I like Dedu.
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy.
Funny enough, meet the Vegeta / Bakugo of the Blue Lines. I'm not joking. He challenges you to battles and thinks he can win, so I'm already impressed by him. I already like him.
He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
See? The Lone Wolf as well.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Now that's white, not ice blue like Caspar, but I did get him and Caspar confused at first. I thought he was in Black Eagles. I was calling Caspar Ash. But anyway, if you like your thief characters in Fire Emblem, he's the only one with that ability, Lockpick. That's one of the reasons I chose the Blue Lines, because of Ash's ability, because of Dedu, and
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
And this even improves on Dimitri's thing. He speaks to Sylvain often about his attitude towards women. Chivalry. But yeah, Philandra. Yeah, it might be the opposite of Hilda's. Still like it. I like a good ladies' man if they're done right. They are just fun characters. These are the girls. I honestly, at first, was thinking I might be male in Blue Line. Sorry, I might go female in Blue Lines and either get with Sylvain or Dedu. But then, I've chosen male because this is going to be my main playthrough.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
That, and that face, I mean, oh my god. Can anyone say no? She can S-rank with women as well. I mean, as I said, the only reason I'm a male in this game, in this Blue Lines playthrough, yes, I am going to be choosing Blue Lines, is because it's going to be my main one. Otherwise, I would have gone female. And maybe tried for her or Sylvain or Dedu.
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
Yeah, she's cute, she's interesting, but I don't know. I'd have to get to know her better. And Ingrid.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Yep. Lady Knight. I don't mind Ingrid, but I don't think, you know, I would S rank with her.
I appreciate your effort.
Anyway, quest done. See that stuff. Here's one cool thing. Should I return to her or continue exploring? I want to show you a few other things. Continue exploring. So I did this on the live stream as well.
This is the classroom of the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard. There are many other nobles among our ranks as well.
I love that every of these lines is voiced. It's a neat touch. And it just works all the better when the voice acting is actually on point. If every line of Fates was voiced, I would have probably switched to Japanese audio. Because Fates was really 50-50. Some characters were good, others were meh or worse. Anyway, I'll spot all the Black Eagles, people, and here's one.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
See, how can anybody hate that when she does that? I just find that cute. Here we go.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too.
Linhard, goodbye.
Just introduces himself, then goodbye. That's why I like him.
Yeesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
Yeah, not in this playthrough, mate.
Well, aren't you just lovely? Is this your first time in the monastery?
I like how
Shall
you
show
can
you around?
move the camera just freely like that.
Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
I think I'll probably recruit Caspar into the Blue Lions as well. I do like him. But I definitely want Bernie.
What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. Is that not right? I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost house. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't like making noises while they're talking. Because you probably want to hear that.
Okay.
Next up.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
Yeah, Golden Deer's over there, so Blue Lions first. Sylvain.
Hey there. Are you the mercenary who saved His Highness? It's an honor to meet you. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
Will do.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
She's got such that sweet type of voice as well. Mercedes is just seems like such a sweet, precious type of girl, and Honestly, it works on me.
Oh, mercy. Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about? Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Minette. It's nice to meet you.
I just realised I may have been calling her name wrong. I'm so used to saying Mercedes when in this game it's actually pronounced closer to the Spanish origin of Mercedes. At least I think it's Spanish when I was reading it. Because I did actually check out some videos like which house should you choose and stuff like that. Because I was just stuck after the live stream. Do I want to make Golden Deer my main playthrough or Blue Lines my main playthrough? I have since settled on Blue Lines, yes, but yeah.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
Yeah, I think I will actually like Ingrid as a sort of Lady Knight character. Like you see them in some of the other games, like what's her name from the Radiant games? Alicia. Yeah, because she had some knights around her and they were just such badass female characters. So I think Ingrid is going to be like them, and I'm going to like her because she's like them. You know, badass female knight, whatever you want to call it. I can't help it, I like strong women.
He also said you're quite skilled, and he doesn't just say things like that.
No, he doesn't.
I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
I should check out his voice actor because I am curious, seeing as he is essentially the Vegeta / Bakugo / whatever rival from whatever anime you can think of in this game.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Almost done, and then we can pick our houses.
Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
It's a difficult name when you look at it, but it's just Dedu. Easy, right? Sometimes I just feel like I still mispronounce it, even though I'm looking right at it and I know how it's pronounced. It's annoying.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
No problem.
Okay.
Anyway, I've spoken to them.
Yes.
Pardon me. Greetings. You must be the new professor. Well, as for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know? And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now...
Damn it, I did it again. I was kind of focused on not burping into the mic, because that would be rude. But the mic probably still picks it up anyway, because it's a very good mic. Not top of the line, but still very good.
That's, you there.
Someone there.
A moment, please. Yes.
Anyway, we want to go to the second floor. Still a few more people to talk to, and then I will...
Hi.
And then we will be picking our house. Is there one over here? I don't know.
Let's see. I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks. Okay,
Right.
now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
Is he an important character? Don't remember seeing him before. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Professor! Dropping by so soon? I expected we'd take some time, exchange a few smiles as we passed in the hall, flirt a bit, you know.
She's desperate.
Well, you're here now, and I do like a man who knows what he wants. Lock the door. Huh. That welcome didn't faze you at all, did it?
Nope.
What's the matter? Don't you like me? Or are you just so innocent you don't understand me?
No, I'm just not interested. No offense, lady, you are very much a looker, but I'm just not interested.
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Right. I think I was in a cutscene with him about something when I actually decided, you know, I'd stuff it, cut the live stream.
Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years. I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
Excuse me. I might actually get used to that dashing. Ah. Nope. Turn to the audience chamber. Time to pick a house.
Your time at the academy thus far. I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
Excuse me.
I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
Yeah, screw you too, mate.
The black eagles, the blue lions, and the golden deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Yes, I have. Quite thoroughly. Spent 40 minutes, I'd say, on that. Even though about a good 5% of them was spent rambling about them and such.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Well, thank you kindly for that. Then we get Edelgard, a house for students with the Academy enemy, many are nobility, and most of them use magic. Basically a magic specialization house, but Caspar... Yeah, I think Caspar's the only one with strength in mind. If I can recruit him, I would like to. I definitely want to recruit Bernadetta, if I can. Go the other way to Golden Deer. What piqued me about this, I said in the previous episode, is that while the other 2 houses are nobility, this one is more the alliance. It actually says Leicester Alliance. Alliance of trader nations, or whatever it is. And it's just like, yes, this is the house for the commoners. I like this. I like Hilda. I like Leonie. I like Raphael, sorry. And Claude is definitely the best of the 3 leaders. I like Golden Deer, I'm in. But it says right there, this is the house you choose if you want to do archery. This is the house that excels in military arts. That speaks to me on a personal level. You have Dedu, who is like Raphael, all strength, but he is the shield, he is the bodyguard for Dimitri. He is actually one character you cannot persuade to join another house because he is Dimitri's personal bodyguard. You have Ash, who is the only thief in the game. Yeah, I'll miss out on Dorothea, who is the only songstress in the game if Manuela is not recruitable in any of the paths. I don't know which one is unique to Golden Deer though. I haven't exactly figured that out yet, if there is one unique to them. But yes, we have Sylvain, the ladies' man, we have Mercedes, we have Dedu, we have the thief, we have the rival.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct?
Yeah.
Your heart has made its choice, then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Of course I do.
Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
Before getting into this, just one moment, I will say there's no offense to the other houses. If that's what you like, that's what you like. That's why I was showing everything off. So if you get this game yourself, or if you already have this game yourself, you have your reasons for choosing your house. I just want to explain my reasons for switching from initially Golden Deer to the Blue Lions. That was part of all my rambling. Why I managed to switch decisions, but switch houses, whatever. But anyway.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
Excuse me, sorry about that. I will be going to bed after this. So...
I am Seteth's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be well rested for episode 3 is what I was going to say.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of.
Episode 3, part 3.
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
I don't plan to, mate. He really is like the Snape of this game as well.
Does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it. But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions.
I compared him before to the noble that hates communist stereotype, but it's really very much a Snape-like character in that you just look at him and he just has that sneer about him that just makes you go, I don't like this guy, I want to avoid this guy, type of deal. That's exactly what Seteth is. I've only now clicked on that. Anyway.
Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue.
Don't worry about it. Don't
You
mind if
say
you treat me
that,
as a
but
friend.
I just don't know about all of this.
It's fine.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Having heard of your skills, I'm eager to meet you in battle. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
Will do. And I will kick your ass in the process.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Sure thing, I'll kick your ass too. I hope.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
The healer of the group.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Well, If that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Fair share of trouble. Say that again in 5 years' time. Yeah. I've seen the Story 2 trailer. Anyway. Oh. I've been sitting down for a long time, so it's getting a little... Anyway, this has been going on for nearly an hour, so I think I'll actually cut episode 2 here. This was... Once, if I end up in quarters, then that's exactly where I stopped. The new places to explore. New places to explore in the monastery. 2,000 gold from Church of Ceres as findings for this month's activities. Okay, cool. So...
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
I remember this cutscene, actually.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything. Absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
When I came through to talk to him before, I remembered this cutscene, and I'm just like, I think this was the last cutscene I watched. I might have actually said that at the time.
Crests are a fascinating topic. But before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines.
Sorry, I did notice when I was yawning you would actually hear me breathe in while I'm trying to keep it as quiet as possible.
Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons.
Even while he's talking seriously about crests, there's this creepy music in the background. God, I love it. The soundtrack is so amazing.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
You believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter.
God, that mustache, that monocle, it literally screams butler/villain. I'm pretty sure he's not. That'd be weird in a way. But still, it's just the way he looks. And he has the perfect voice for his type of butlery character as well. I love it.
As I said, crests are passed down through the blood. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well.
Ooh, that was a loud one, sorry.
Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Do what you can to find out.
Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
That's interesting now that I've had a secondary closer look at what's happening. Like, that's just supposed to be his arm and the shadow of his arm over the crest thing. What exactly is going on there?
To think there are still crests out there there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps... What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
What are you talking about? I do want to check one thing. Log. Okay, so this is it. Let's have a quick squiz through. Excuse me for leaning in. Yeah. Sometimes you just want to have a secondary read to make sure you are collecting all the information on the screen there at the time.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
I just remembered, I don't think I've seen it this playthrough yet, but during the live stream playthrough there was one tutorial where I just kept on reading the same line like 5 times, trying to be like, I am trying to make sense of that line. It should make sense, and then I realized it was talking about the 2 different types of magic. The black magic, which is... Actually, I forget what it's called, and the white magic faith. And because it's not called black magic, white magic and stuff, I just instantly went, huh? What are you talking about? What sense does this sentence make? I don't recall coming across that one in this playthrough, so that's sort of weird. I did also notice that some of the conversations do affect which sex you are, because when Sylvain was talking during the whole Blue Lions introduction as the professor, I remembered that he had at some point said, because I was the female professor during the live stream, something about wanting to marry her. We should talk about marriage someday. Of course, he didn't say that to the male professor. Speaking of that guy that I said, he introduces himself, I'm Linhard, goodbye, and just that. You can actually S-rank him as a male. I do remember pointing out there was one character that you can S-ranked, and I did actually like him. Intriguing. No, not for me, but hey, it's possible. I like that these things are possible, but others might not, who knows, but I don't want to debate that sort of stuff. If that's what you're into, if that's the character you like, feel free to like it, I won't judge you. I actually have some gay friends who I like, and I don't judge them, I just treat them like any other people, as you should do. But yeah, as I said, don't want to get into that, I'm going to stop that. I ramble when I'm nervous, and I'm starting to get nervous about talking about that topic. But yeah, enough about that, moving on. Alright, sorry, I just had to get in a little close just to make sure, because I'm to retain information. Now, we want to explore. Let's check schedule. Oh, left and right. Hubert's birthday has already been. House Rivalry Battle and Ferdinand's birthday are both coming up. Rescue at Dawn. First day off, yeah, because you have activities some Sundays. Pedestrian Empire Founding Day. Of course, the last birthday you'll ever have in this game would be Hubert's, because it's 3 days before the game actually starts. Nice, you're basically just doing one full school year, then it's, okay, 5 years into the future, part 2, from what I hear. Statistics. Cannot be accessed because online play is disabled. I'll have to fix that up once I'm done. Menu. Oh yeah, I want to show this off. Just go through the menu. And this is like your status. It has age and height as well. Crest, if they have one, class, affiliation. And yeah, it's got his skills. He's an axe user. Cool. Skills. If we go details, we can see that's what the axe is. Oh, that's his items. That's his art. He's got that one. And he has, because he's got, yeah, you can use lances, axes, brawling prowess. Ooh. So you can use the fisticuffs too. Nice. Skills, classes. Oh, there's the advanced and so on. Notes. Well, that's interesting. There is actually a full-on background about these characters. Didn't actually notice that. It actually has a list of their dislikes and likes and dislikes as well. That will come in useful, actually, considering the activities you have to do around the theme, from what I hear. You go into details about stuff. It's just that stuff, alright. But yeah, you have that about all these characters. Roster. Explore. So this is my room. I thought I heard a girl's voice, but I must have been imagining things. I instantly jumped in here because, fun fact, I saw this in the live stream and I thought, oh, that's cool. It is cool. That's how you get to this. And when I noticed you couldn't do that during the, as I was thinking, I was just like, no, just explore, view it, it'll be easier. Just say this before inventory, yep. Support, and this is how I knew about the S rank, so I come in here and see, you can, I just want to point out, they can't S rank each other. No, there are no child units in this game. The only units that can actually get an S rank with others is Byleth. You can't pair like Sylvain with Ingrid. No, you can't. I actually like it like that. I do like supporting characters up, but pairing them up into a marriage, like you do in Awakening and Fate, it's just like, who do I want to pair with who, and who would get better benefits? Nah. I'm happy enough for the monastery as is. I can do Mercedes, Annette, Ingrid, see? Linhart, Bernadetta, Dorothea, Petra. Yeah, there are Chechosaurus characters like Seteth, Flame, Hanneman, Manuela, who you can S rank if you so choose. As I said, I'm not interested. If you are, cool. Alois, I forget how you pronounce it, but I actually did my reaction that I did during the live stream, like, who is this kid? but I do remember seeing him on here, and it's just like, I think, because I haven't actually looked it up, I think he might be like the villager of this game. I don't know. You can even get Raya S rank as well. So Alwa and Lindhard, I think they're the only two guys who can be S ranked with male Byleth. But I know the three you can S rank with female Byleth are Mercedes, I think Dorothea, and I think Manuela. No, you can with Rhea, but that's, you know, obvious, like, friendship thing as it is. But yeah, anyway, just to finish off, just go through sort of like the different menus. Yes, storehouse. Actually, I do have to fix that up. Items, I think I've got 2 iron swords. Yeah, he's got 9 axe. Items. Store that. Okay, so she's mage, basically, and has a training axe. Right. Guide, use your self-combat. One of these is what I was talking about. Actually, I think I know. Combat. Yeah, this was the one. Units learn new combat arts when their weapon skill level goes up. There are no combat arts for reason or faith. Those skills grant magic instead. I glossed over that line for a good few minutes going, what does this mean? Unaware that reason and faith. Reason is the new name for dark magics. Faith is the new name for white magics. Or basically what they're calling it. Basically what you call it. Dark and white. You know what I mean. I hope if you've played Fire Emblem before. Yeah, options, calendar. And there are your options. Alright, well I'm gonna save and stop this episode here because this one has been going for over an hour now. I don't want to do hour-long episodes, despite the fact I said in the last episode I want to do it as in monastery, then battle, then cutscenes. What I might do is, because monastery takes a while, I'll do an episode of monastery, then I'll do battle and cutscenes on another episode instead, because these episodes going for as long as they have been already is a pain in the ass. But anyway, episode 1 is over an hour, this episode is over an hour, and that was everything I did on the live stream. Everything from here on out will be fresh, will be brand new. I think looking at the quests was it, but yes, everything from this point on is literally brand new. So I love doing like fresh reactions to this sort of stuff, so I want it to be fresh. And thank you very much for tuning in. If you have stayed this long, thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot apologize for how long this episode has been. I apologize if I sound bad at all as well. I tend to get itchy when I stream. I hate that, so I apologize for itching, sniffing, coughing, burping, any of that stuff. It's just, I am so not used to this. Hopefully one day I will be. But I just want to thank everyone, because I've been wanting to get started on this stuff for years now. I first made my YouTube channel when Breath of the Wild was first announced. That was back in 2014, 2014, yeah. And it first started off as Breath of the Wild theory videos. I didn't know where to take it from there, and eventually I'm just like, you know what, I have all these story-based games that I'm never going to be able to complete because I'm too busy watching other streamers do their thing, or I'm busy watching anime, or reading manga, or watching movies, or playing games, other games, I mean. I have got, like, so many games, like, this is my Switch library. It is slowly turning into, like, my Steam library of over 300 games nearly now. And half of them I haven't even touched the first time. I want an excuse to be able to play these games. I want to be able to talk to people about these games, because one of my best friends was a huge RPG fan, and he unfortunately, he's not dead, he's still alive, but we had a bit of a falling out, so he's no longer around. I still have other friends who aren't gamers, unfortunately. Like, I have one who only games whenever I go around to his place and spend some time with him and his family. And, all that sort of stuff. So I want to be able to do this. I want to continue live streaming, so please support me on YouTube. I'm sorry for doing sort of shameless plugging. I will admit it's shameless plugging. But thank you so much for staying tuned. As I said, I've been wanting to do this for years. I wanted to start with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 almost 2 years ago now, when I fell in love with that game. I'm starting it with Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm going to do Zelda Master Mode next, see how I go with that. I will continue doing Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I hope to start Xenoblade Chronicles 2 once I am done with Zelda Master Mode. I actually have a good retention, so good retention. I think that's the right word. I can play like several games at once and remember what was going on when I start playing one after having not played it for like 2, maybe 3 months. So it will be possible for me to do both Fire Emblem and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 at the same time. But yeah, I am really starting to ramble on about this stuff now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please like, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me play anything, like any of these other games that you've seen on my Switch menu. Leave comments if you want to see me play anything. I will gladly play just about anything. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Please help me grow. It would be fantastic. I would love it. I would love you, probably. Not in a weird way, though. Just figuratively, like friendship, love. Yeah. Getting nervous and rambling again, because it's just what I do. Last time. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And, yep, for real, that's it. See you next time.